You're live, is that right? Hey everyone, this is Andrew Spar, President of the Florida Education Association, joining you live in Tallahassee. We are at the Civic Center, the Donald Tucker Civic Center in Tallahassee, which is where you have to go to testify before committees. It's like closed circuit. They don't use Zoom and that kind of technology, which would let anyone have access to the Senate. They're limiting it. You have to come to here. And as you can see behind me, we have over 100 educators here with us today talking about a bill that would take away the freedoms. It's a big government bill, looking over the shoulder of our teachers, of our college education professors, of our bus drivers, our school bus drivers, and our cafeteria workers. That's what they're trying to do, look over the shoulder, really saying you're not smart enough to make your own decision. And so they want to limit the freedoms of the people who have been in our schools on the front lines, making sure that our students are safe and getting the education they deserve. So if you are out there right now, we're asking you to contact your senator. Contact your senator, contact your House member. Tell them not to take away the freedoms of workers in the state of Florida, of teachers in the state of Florida, of paraprofessionals and other education employees in the state of Florida, and of our college professors in the state of Florida. They should not limit those freedoms and take away those freedoms. That goes against everything we believe in. Everything we believe in. We want to be able to come together and advocate for our students and for working families across Florida, and we can only do that if lawmakers don't interfere. They have no business trying to look over our shoulder. This is lawmakers being big government, and they shouldn't do it.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hi there. My name is Matthew Lotta. I'm a member of the State Steering Committee for United Faculty of Florida and president of the Florida State chapter of United Faculty of Florida. It's an overflow crowd today. I hope all of these people are going to get a chance to speak. These are the end users. These are the people who are going to be most affected by this unwise and intrusive policy, which is being proposed by people who claim to be against big government and against intrusive government. Yet they will have government marching into the workplace and standing in between employers and their unions, employers and their employees, telling them what to do, suggesting that they're not grown up enough to make their own decisions about how they want to organize. These are the people they need to hear from. These are the end users. These are the teachers, the bus drivers, the cafeteria workers. These are the people who spend more time with your child in many cases than the parents are able to do. These are the first people who see your child in the morning and the last person to make sure they get home off the bus safely. These are the people the legislators need to hear from, and they also need to hear from you in your home districts, because the real fight for this bill is going to be when it hits the floor of the Senate, and every senator will have to make a decision.
Thank you. Hi, Nandi. Hey, we're doing a live stream with the Florida AFL-CIO. So could you just tell us a little bit why we're out here today in 1014 support?
Sure. Do you have a time limit in mind?
We're live right now.
Oh my God. Johnny? All right. Well, good morning. We are here because we believe that our freedoms are important. As Americans, as Floridians, as voters, we do not want anyone taking advantage or telling us what to do and when. And so we have many educators here from throughout the state who are here to support and to make their voices heard. And the point of being here is to make sure that Florida knows, Florida lawmakers know, that we will not be pushed. So that's why we're here.
I'm with the AFL-CIO and FEA. Do you mind telling us why you're here today regarding 1014?
I'm basically here just to say that teachers need the flexibility to educate the children in their classes the way they see fit. We see students most of the day, maybe 6-7 hours a day, and we should have the autonomy to, one, create engaging instruction without being handcuffed by administration and by districts. We should have the freedom to use methods such as scientific research, such as the race model, the unwrap model, a lot of different things that administrators may not know. We should have the flexibility to teach and pace and engage the students the way we see fit in the way that needs to happen.
And how do you feel about Senate Bill 1014 too?
Senate Bill 1014 will actually handcuff educators in the state of Florida. We already one of the lowest paid industries in Florida, and the impact is going to be very great once schools reopen, because 1014 can't pass, because when the schools reopen, we have to be ready. We are the primary resource in that classroom, not anything else. We are.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Then that employer should be the one verifying.
And we offer loan forgiveness too.
Got one up today. I'm not
Surprise.
Hey, I'm with the FEA, Florida AFL-CIO. Do y'all mind telling us why y'all are here today, where you came up, and how you got involved? Or live streaming it?
No, just tell them why you're here.
Oh, I need to say my name and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
if you'd like to.
Okay, all right. My name is Jacqueline Dickey, and we all are from St. Petersburg, Florida. And we travel here on our spring break just to take part in this No Against Senate Bill 1014. And we would like to see things go that way, and glad to be here.
Thank you very much.
Support the teachers.
Thank you very much.
Yes, support staff too. Yes.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Please don't get it.
We kind of thought the same thing.
Okay. Thank you.
You get a couple $100 and then your horse does something stupid.
Which comes to our position of common ground.
And give it to send it to us on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You register over here?
Yeah. No, I just.
Okay, sure.
What's going on, Mr. Peterman?
Hey, with the Florida AFL-CIO, do y'all mind telling us why you're here today and why you're getting involved about 1014?
Sure. We're here today to advocate for our rights as citizens of our county, as teachers, as educators. We don't feel that we should be infringed upon, our rights should be infringed upon, to join a union, to remain a member without having to sign up every year. I'm an adult. When I give my consent for something, I give my consent. I don't need to give it every year. When we get together as a group, we represent the needs of educators, the needs of our students, and the needs of our schools. That should not be infringed upon and making it harder for us to join together. So that's one of the reasons we come, some of the reasons we come together.
Thank you very much. Would you like to share, ma'am?
Yeah, it's my right. I have the right to join the union. When I say yes, my yes is yes. And I don't need to have to say that over and over again by signing up. When I want it deducted out of my check, like I have other things, I don't have to say that every single year. My yes is yes. When I sign up that one time, that should be it. And that's my right. And I should have the right to do that.
What we're talking about here is the relationship I have with my employer. And I have an agreement with my employer. They take care of some of my business as far as deductions with health insurance, with disability insurance, and with my union dues. And this is just an overreach by the state government to take care of my business, or to tell me how to take care of my business, in the attempt to weaken the only organization that stands up and fights against the continued privatization of our schools. And that's what this is about. The privatization of education here in Florida. We're against it, they're for it, so they're just trying to shut us down.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Hello. Hey guys. Hey, I'm live streaming with the Florida AFL-CIO and the FEA. Do y'all mind? We're live right now. Do y'all mind telling us why you're here and getting involved about 1014?
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Okay, the 1014s are basically an insult. I'm really disappointed that somebody would bring that up at this time. And really the case is the freedoms that we have in order to go to work, to assemble, to do those things. 1014 is just basically saying, we love you as teachers, we love you as staff, we love you as students, and all this other stuff, and you help us out, all this other, and yet we bring up 1014 and we really are just lying. And that's really a terrible insult. And that's where I'm here, is to show that I've spent 30 years of my life with the education system, and to have this stuff, constant barrage of trying to undermine me, is really just insulting. And and I think a lot of times everything's with party lines and it's different things. I think it comes down to individuality, that you got to find your spine, you got to find out what it's worth, and see that there's 150,000 people in Florida trying to support millions of kids. And I think it's really a shame that somebody has to come out and waste their time when we can be working on the kids instead of out here doing this.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please go.
Yes, I'm here to be against this particular bill, because any organization, especially in education, that doesn't allow the teachers, the staff people to have a voice, you can't function without a voice. To silence our rights to work in a safe environment that we have fought for our rights for decades. We come here every day to protect these students, but equally we have to be protected as well. An organization has to have a voice. You have to know where we stand. You have to appreciate the values that we bring forth each and every day. Each teacher goes in the classroom, they take a part of themselves into that classroom. Every staff person that sits at a school, administers to his child, deals with them in the clinic, whether or not they're the maintenance department, whether or not they're IS, whether or not they're the paras in the classroom, the tech people, they give a part of themselves to make this system work. But to take their voice is to take their life. You destroy that institution. You take that from us, and what do you have? You have drones just walking around. You might as well put robots in a classroom and in the school system, because you don't want people to be free thinkers. You don't want us to educate these children who go out later and hold these positions that we are fighting against to keep our rights.
And where did y'all come from today?
We are with the Leon County School Board.
The Leicester Union.
Okay, so y'all are from Leon County.
We're from Leon County.
Would y'all like to share why you're here today?
Totally agree with what they both stated.
Yeah, I agree with them. The only thing I would add is we support the system. We want to feel supported as well as we working in the buildings, in our capacities, what we're doing. We love what we're doing, but we want our voices to be heard, and we want to feel the support that we need as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. So, y'all will see me welcome. Thank you. Hello. Hi, I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. So we're live streaming just about 1014 and everyone here. Do y'all mind just talking to us for a quick second? To our members watching right now?
Yeah.
So if y'all don't mind, where did y'all, are y'all from Tallahassee, or where did you come up from?
We drove up from Collier County, Naples, yesterday. So we are taking this time out of our spring break to be here because we feel very strongly that this is our choice. This is our freedom. If we want to be members of a union, we have the right to do that. And my union membership is what advocates for my students. It advocates for my colleagues. So making it harder to be a union member in a right-to-work state is one of the most ridiculous things that I can think of right now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Do you have anything to add, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm just here to also support my educators supporting this, and we're standing up for our constitutional rights. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, if you don't mind, what grades do you teach? Your specialties, etc.
I am a middle school science coach, and so one of the things that I find is really hard this year. I've had a hard time finding teachers to fill an open vacancy, and part of that reason is because of laws like this that limit our ability to do the things that most teachers from other states that might come to Florida and want to be a teacher already have. So I'm speaking as someone who, you know, I see my colleagues, I see their fundamental rights being infringed on, but I also see Florida not being able to hire enough teachers, especially math and science teachers, and they are making the choice to make it even harder.
Absolutely. And how about you, ma'am?
I teach modified curriculum, so ESE, and I teach 9th through 12th grade, and I also get to teach 3 sections of access biology. I can attest to that. My classroom that I am in now, it was vacant for about 2 years. It's really hard to fill lots of positions.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you all very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Getting a lot of good film.
Yeah. Would you like to talk?
Absolutely not.
Thank you very much. All right. All right. Hello. I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. We're just live streaming today. I was just wondering if y'all would like to talk to our members on Facebook Live, just about why you're here about 1014.
I'm here to testify about worker freedom. 1014 takes away the opportunity for frontline workers especially to make a choice and be responsible and be involved in it. Puts big government in the way of the decision the employees make about whether or not to belong to their union.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I would say the same exact thing. I need my freedom to choose my professional organization.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Hey there, I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and the FEA. We're doing a live stream about why everyone's up here about 1014 today. Would y'all be interested in just saying a couple words to our members about why you're here? Thank you very much.
We're here to say no to lawmakers for stripping our rights as teachers, inhibiting our ability to advocate for our students, and interfering with our employee-employer relationships. And we're actually not very happy right now because they're telling us they're at full capacity for an 18,000 capacity building, 6,000 with COVID. And now they're telling us they're at full capacity, and about 100 teachers have gone in so far. There's about maybe 100 more behind us. That's not full capacity.
Absolutely. And where did you come up? Where do you?
We're from Bay County. Some of us are.
Yes, ma'am. And what grades, if I may?
We're a mix. We have a high school counselor with us. We have high school. We have elementary school, middle school, bus driver.
Absolutely. So they've basically told y'all it's looking like they're at full capacity, huh?
Yes.
So everyone's here. Civic
and we
Center.
have members who have heart conditions, and we have members who are pregnant who are in line trying to get in, and they're being told they can't get in or find a seat.
Thank you for letting everybody know, about freedom of speech here, and this bill attached to it. Would y'all have anything y'all'd like to add about this bill, or what's important to y'all with this?
We took our spring break to come up here to fight against this bill, so this is pretty disappointing.
Absolutely.
Very disappointing.
Absolutely.
But you know what? We're gonna win.
Absolutely.
We're gonna win.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So are you a teacher?
Hey.
Okay, thank you.
That's how you react.
My goodness, I can use those 10 golden pounds to get back over.
One of the ladies standing in line.
Try to do it. Like, I've been rejected multiple times if it's not me. Like, they will look at it.
I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and the FEA, and we're doing a live stream about 1014 today. So we're currently live right now, but this is to all our members on Facebook, and I would love to hear about why y'all are here today and how 1014 would affect y'all.
For me? Okay. Well, 1014 would affect me because I'd have to renew my membership in the local teachers union, which is a ridiculous thing to have to do since I could quit any time if I wanted to. So it makes one more hoop for my district to have to do the bookkeeping and for my union to have to do the accounting for us to keep joining over and over again. So it seems like a silly thing when there's plenty of other things that I think the legislature should be working on for students and teachers.
Absolutely. Where did you, do you teach here in Leon County?
I teach here in Leon County.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, what grade?
Third grade.
Third grade elementary.
Yep.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Scott, come.
Yes. Well, 1014 basically is an infringement on our freedom to choose to be a part of our professional association. When it really comes down to it, we want to make sure that folks have the opportunity to join and not join, but really when people join, there's nothing that says that they have to in the state of Florida. It's a right to work state already. So again, just to kind of some of the things that Susan was saying, this seems misguided priorities by the legislature, where we are dealing with a pandemic right now, and so really when it comes down to it, the effects of testing, funding for the next 2 to 3 years to make sure that we're filling in the gaps for student learning. There's just so much more that we should be spending our time with right now.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I don't know what else I can add, to be honest with you. It just seems unnecessary. It's not helping anybody. It just seems like it's adding more work for the members. It's adding more work for the district. It doesn't help anybody at all. If you want to focus on something, let's focus on keeping people safe. Let's focus on getting kids educated. That's why we're all here, right? That's not helping this process at all. If anything, it slows it down because it takes more man hours to do whatever, all the things that we have to do. It's already that high. You're just adding stuff on top of that. The plate is full, things are falling off. This is not helping us.
Okay. Thank you very much, y'all. And so as we can see, does it seem like the line's moving? Have you?
No, I think we're just getting closer to each other. The line's not actually moving.
And it's concerning at this point because I understand that the meeting starts in 3 minutes. So if we're out here waiting to get into the room and it starts in 3 minutes, is this a tactic? Not sure, but I think there's a lot of folks that travel the long distance and have their voice heard.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you very
that
much, y'all.
happens.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was going in there for that too.
Hello. Hey. So I'm live streaming with Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. Would you like to share about why you're here about 1014?
Yeah, sure, since I'm probably not getting in. So, hey, Vincenzo Berardo. I am the Chief Negotiator for FSU GAU. And two of the major problems with 1014, number one, is that it requires 50% capacity for unions. That would basically eliminate all of the graduate assistant unions in the entire state because thanks to the nature of our work, we have really high turnover every single year because we graduate and complete our degrees. So we lose about 20% of our membership yearly.
I saw you in line.
Okay. And so we have to regroup that membership. So our membership basically hovers around 30 to 40%. So basically every single graduate assistant union in the state, which are the people who educate your children in college.
If anybody is here for Senate Bill 1014, I believe.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
all of us. If you're waving for or against the bill, you can head to the door. They'll let you take your card in, and then you can go on about your business. But if you want to speak, stay where you're at. Don't move. If you're here for any other bill, you can head to the door.
To wave in support or opposition?
Yeah, if you're just waving. If you're not waving, don't move.
We're here for any other bills.
Yeah, go ahead. Any other bill. Any other bill.
Actually, do you mind just kind of telling us what just happened there?
Oh, yeah, sure. So basically, well, what I'm hearing from inside is that we're at capacity. And so someone just came out, an administrative aide, and said that if you're waiving your right to speak for or against 1014, the particular bill I was just talking about, they will take your card and then you can go. But if you're waiting to actually speak on that bill, then you need to keep waiting in line so that you can actually get to speak on it.
And to put some perspective in, we are lined up around the Civic Center. People have been waiting for about half an hour now, and we're still waiting.
Yeah, and I've been coming to these legislative meetings at the Tucker Center. I live in Tallahassee for about 2 months now, and I've always just walked directly in. So this is wild. It's never been like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
no problem.
Excuse me. Hey, I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. We're doing a live stream right now to our members, just about 10:14. Would you all mind saying a couple words?
A little bit.
While you're here today. Yeah, I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. We're talking to folks about why they're here about 10:14. Just wondering if you'd like to say a couple words to our members about why you're here, why this is important. Oh. Anyone? Yeah, absolutely, sir.
I'm here to speak against Senate Bill 409 because it gets the date wrong. To celebrate a day of emancipation and to designate it as Juneteenth, which applies to Texas, does not apply to Florida. In Florida, it was May the 20th, and for 155 years, the people who were freed on that day of May 20th and their descendants have celebrated every year on May the 20th, and that's why we would like to keep it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Would you all like to say something about 10:14?
Oh, excuse me, I didn't know it was already
That's okay, sir. That's no problem. Thank you.
Basically, it is our constitutional right to be able to have the choice, make the choice, and be able to have the freedom for our students, as parents, as workers, to make the choice to partake in the union and be able to have a voice within our own community, within our own entity. So this is, our constitutional right within our workplace to be able to have the freedom to make the choice to partake in being part of the union and being part of what it means to be a union. It's by choice. Everybody has the choice to join, has the choice to leave the union at any time they want. It's not something that's being forced on anyone. It is by freedom of choice, which we have the right to by our Constitution.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I take it from the shirts and masks. So y'all came up from Marion County to speak about this. And so how long of a drive is that, if I may?
Well, last night after dropping off the children and everything else like that, we ended up coming up here to stay at the Hyatt at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
That's how important it is that we're taking our spring break time away from our families to make sure that we let these folks here know that this is not something that we're with. We're totally against it. We're not for it. We don't believe in it. It doesn't make any sense. It's not correct at all.
Absolutely. And y'all are support personnel?
Yes, support personnel, and yes.
Awesome. Hey, well, thank you all very much. I appreciate it. So we're still waiting in line here about 45 minutes in. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do y'all mind, A, telling me why y'all are here? Obviously, about why it's important, and B, about waiting, about what we're looking at right now. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I think
feel free, all y'all, to share.
It's disgraceful that, A, they're targeting public employees in the middle of a pandemic when most of our public employees are essential workers. It's disgraceful. And the other part is that we have hundreds of people waiting in line to talk about and oppose 1014, and yet the whole state's open, but the Capitol's closed.
Absolutely.
And we're opposed to HB 1014, not only because it picks on educators' unions, but it's actually creating paperwork for the district, so they should not, nobody's asked for this, not even them. But more importantly, as a representative of my union, if somebody gets in hot water and the school district failed to process their paperwork, all of a sudden they're not a member and they don't get my representation. And that shouldn't be their problem. that should be our problem as the union.
The fact Stephanie said that essential workers are being targeted and we're the ones working through this pandemic, we've been in the classroom since August, it's just a shame that this is happening. And we can get deductions taken out for United Way, for our insurance, but we're not supposed to be able to get deductions taken out for the union that we choose to be in. It's just a difficult situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you don't mind, where did y'all come? Are y'all from
We're
Leon
from Polk County.
Polk County. All
Yep.
right. And how long, just for the folks watching, so how long of a drive is that for y'all to come up to the Capitol?
It was 4.5 hours, and we left last night at 9 o'clock after our salary impasse hearing in front of our school board. So yeah, we're running on 3 hours of sleep. And we're here to speak out and speak up for our fellow public employees who the Senate and the House seem intent on limiting our freedoms and individual rights to be a part of our union.
Absolutely.
And Senator Stargell, the chair, is from our county, so we definitely want her to hear our voice.
Absolutely. And so y'all, just once again, as just background, so we are still waiting in line.
Yep.
Have you heard any news about when and if they're going to let y'all in?
They're trying to open some overflow rooms, and they've let in a few people that aren't in our committee just because other committees aren't as full, and that's understandable. They're taking, looks like they're going to take people's papers if they want to waive, but we may still not get in. We don't know yet. It's just a waiver.
And again, it's just a shame that all of these people from across the state, a lot of them on their spring break, some of them have decided to come even from the classroom this week to talk about what this bill would do to their public employees and the rights we have under the Florida Constitution to organize and be a part of our union. And it's a shame that the whole state again is open, yet the Capitol remains closed.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Hey, y'all, I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. We're just doing a live stream about SB 1014. I was wondering if y'all would like to share why you're here and what the waiting process has been like.
A nightmare, to be honest with you. I mean, we were standing in line, we were the next one to go in, and then they stopped it, and then all of a sudden they let all these other large groups go in, even though they're quite filled to capacity. And I'm standing here with my knees about to give out on me, and they're just letting more people in when they're quote filled to capacity, and I'm dying in pain. Finally, I get someone to give me a chair to come out here, but they're still not going to let us in, and they're still letting other people in and other groups in when they're not letting us teachers in. So I don't know what's going on, but we spend a lot of time and money and effort to come up here to get nothing in return. So it's very aggravating and a slap in the face to be coming up here for this. And I'm very frustrated right now. So, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm very disrespected right now.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. And where did you come up from?
I came up from Orlando, and we spent 4.5 hours to get up here, and we expected to get at least 30 seconds to speak, and we got nothing. So it's very frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm on spring break to top it off.
Yeah.
Spend my free time to come up here.
My dad was a principal saying school. He went to
I'll come back. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
My sister's a kindergarten teacher.
We gotta. Yeah, we're on Facebook Live right now.
Get your reactions.
Yeah.
That's it.
bills on the education. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you
Tiffany, and everyone. I'm live streaming right now with the Florida AFL-CIO. I'd love to hear from y'all about why we're here on 1014, but also the situation.
Yes. Well, I don't want to live stream on the situation because I'm staff.
Right. Oh yeah, we've been. Yep. Would y'all, anyone? We're with the Florida AFL-CIO. We'll go around the circle here. So, yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Juanita Williams from Seminole County, and I'm here on my spring break to talk about State Bill 1014. I feel that it is a shame that we won't be able to speak. We're in the overflow line. We've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, but there's not enough capacity for us to speak. So I would love for our government to hear our voices and to know that we do not want them to curtail our freedom. I don't need any more paperwork. I don't need anyone between me and my employer managing my union membership. And I need to have a voice in my personal relationship with my public school employer.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, ma'am. And you came up from Seminole County?
Yes.
And how long of a drive is that?
It's 4 hours from Sanford, Florida to here. And we'll be driving 4 hours back without having our 30 seconds to speak, which is very disappointing.
So it's currently looking like they're just not going to let you in, ma'am.
Well,
obviously the committee has started, right?
It has started, and we have such a huge turnout of teachers. I mean, look around, there's a lot of Red for Ed, which I love, but I would also love for my voice to be heard on that committee.
Yes, ma'am. And what grades do you teach?
I teach 10th and 11th grade English, 10 honors, 11 honors, and 11 AP Lang. I've been at the same high school, Crooms Academy of Information Technology, for 16 years. And I love my job, and I love what I do, but I feel like I need to be a voice for teachers who can't be here and who don't have a voice.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Very good. Feel free. Anybody else would like to share about why they're here? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Rochelle Lee. I'm a math teacher at Columbia County. And I was here today to get my 30 minutes to tell them about 1014 and to let them know that all of us educators here, we all have hundreds of thousands of names and faces and stories that get told to us every single day. We care about our kids. We are advocating for our kids. If they step in between us and our employers and they take away our rights to advocate for our students and are against our employers sometimes, then it's wrong, and children are going to be left behind, and no child deserves to be left behind. That's what I was here to say.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. And so, just some background. So we have been waiting in line for...
I have been here since 7:45. I was around the corner to the building. We've lost half the line. They've waived their right to speak, and the overflow, they're telling us that there is no chance at all that even if people came out as soon as they talked, that other people would be able to go in and talk against this, that there is no chance that any of us that didn't get within the first 25 people are going to be allowed to talk.
Thank you very much. And I'm sorry, ma'am, what grades do you teach and where did you come up from?
I teach 7th and 8th grade math, and I came from Lake City, so that's about 2 hours away.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Would any of y'all like to share? Yes, ma'am.
My name or
yes, ma'am, if you don't mind your
yeah,
name.
my name is Judy Yang, and I am a science teacher at Lake Howell High School in Seminole County. Took us about 4 hours yesterday. It's going to take us 4 hours to get home, and I came here because it's super important. I am disappointed. I don't understand why they're not having in-person committee hearings when I sit on the county insurance committee, and we were told by the governor that we had to meet in person, that because of sunshine laws, we had to meet in person. So I don't understand why we're not meeting in person at the Capitol. I believe that this bill is going to, if it goes through and it busts the union, it's going to have a devastating economic impact on the entire state, because we're not going to get teachers. No business is going to want to come when there's not enough teachers, because teachers are not going to come to a state that doesn't have a union. Because if we don't have a union, we don't have a voice. We need a seat at the table, because we are the only ones fighting, not only for teachers, but we're really the only ones fighting for the kids in the classroom.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Would you all like to share? I'm with the Florida AFL-CIO and FEA. You probably heard everybody else, but we're just asking folks, why you're here about 1014, what the process of waiting has been like. Feel free to share either one of y'all, or at the same time. We'll go one at a time. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're both from Orange County.
Okay.
My name is Lorianne Matthews. I'm a teacher, 7th grade. I've been here in Florida for going on 8 years now. I'm British. But I must say, even in England, our teachers are treated with more respect than what's going on right now. Our unions are here to protect the rights of teachers. Yes, we've been called essential workers. We are vital to the growth and development of our students.
Absolutely.
The world that you want, the world that everybody wants, depends on the kids that we teach each day. If we are being disrespected, what kind of example is that being set to our students?
Exactly.
How are they going to have respect for their teachers if we don't create a society where teachers are respected as the professionals they are? With that being said, it's not the legislature's responsibility to interfere in the relationship I have with my employer. Not at all. I choose whether I join my union or not. That's not their responsibility. So with 1014, they need to step away.
Yes, ma'am. And so y'all came up from Orange County. I apologize.
Yeah.
Do y'all mind
No.
if we step over here a little bit more? For those listening at home, there's someone speaking loudly to the crowd. Sorry about that, and then we'll go to you as well, ma'am. So both of y'all have come up from Orlando,
Yes.
or Orange County area, and you said you taught in the United Kingdom.
Yes, I'm originally from England, yes.
Right. And so it's been a little bit different, huh?
If there's one thing I can say, the government does respect teachers. Yes, they do try. They do try to pull fast ones on us, but we have a strong union there in the UK. We are represented, and they do listen and they hear us. Trying to pull something like this during spring break, no, that doesn't go.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So
So I'm also a teacher. My name is Ashley Modesto from Orange County as well. I teach high school level math, and sorry about that. I just want to make sure, looking at this bill, it's nothing but disrespectful. It's clearly meant to be a union busting bill. For us as teachers, we advocate for our students, our parents advocate for our students, everyone is advocating for our students. The union is the only thing that we have that would advocate for us. And to take our advocate away, or to trying to take our advocate away, it is very, very disrespectful. It's undermining our ability as adults, well-educated professionals, to make our own decisions about our future. We understand what a union is, we understand how to join it, we understand how to remove ourselves from the union. This bill is not for the people, it's not for us as educators, it's only meant to tear us down.
Absolutely. And so you're from Orange County as well, ma'am.
Orange County as well.
So what is that a drive with y'all?
About 4-hour drive.
4-hour drive. And how long have we been out here waiting then?
So about almost an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yes,
Hour and a half.
absolutely.
Yeah. And this y'all are waiting because you're specifically here to discuss SB 1014.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. So it seems like other folks have been able to get in, but if you're here for 1014, it's just not happening. Huh?
Yes. It's another, it honestly feels almost like an attack on us educators. Our opinion, our voice matters. It has a deep impact on our students, and it have a deep impact on our politicians as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Solidarity.
Do they have an overflow room? No.
All right, well, hello again. So we're still here.
Yes, we are.
We've been here. It's about a little bit before 8, right? So I was just wanted to get your take on some background about what's happening right now with folks getting in to speak about SB 1014.
So right now we have several people that are inside, but they have cut off. No one else will be allowed in. So we have decided to collect all of the forms so that they will know who was here and ready to speak. We will be having a press conference later on this morning, so we have advised everyone to come back for that particular activity, but they are just waiting in line right now. I guess some people just don't want to leave because they're just that passionate about being here and about being able to speak for themselves. So that's what's happening right now, and hopefully we'll have a great press conference later on this morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So just some background for folks watching. Folks are still waiting in line about SB 1014. They are at capacity, so to speak. People have submitted cards to either waive for, against, in support. But that wraps up. We should still have folks outside. We will be streaming a live press conference from FEA at 11:45. Feel free to join us after the end of the committee. Thanks for joining us this morning.